Good afternoon. I switch to my presentation. Ural Federal University is the third subscriber of InCites in Russia. The university is located in Yekaterinburg, in the center of the Ural region, in the middle of Russia, at the border between Europe and Asia. The university, as is now, is the result of the merge of the former two largest regional universities in 2011. Interestingly enough, historically both these universities originated from the same Ural University, created back in 1920. Currently, UrFU is one of the 10 federal universities chosen as key center for the regional development of science and educational in Russia. Ural Federal University participates in several government programs aimed at the development of national higher education. One of them is the Russian Academic Excellence Project, also known as the 5100 project. The program's goal is to get at least 5 Russian universities to the top 100 in the overall or subject world university rankings. The goal of the project 5100 is to maximize the competitive position of the group of leading Russian universities on the global research and educational market. Results achieved by a university during the 5100 project will affect its future government financing. The presence of the 20 different research centers of the Ural branch of Russian Academy of Science in Yekaterinburg is one of the most important factors for the UrFU development. The Ural region is also an important industrial cluster of Russia, well integrated in the global economy. For example, the m.a.akoev corporation provides about 50% of titanium alloys for Boeing, ADC, Airbus, and Embraer Aerospace Corporation. Research Center for the Ural branch of the Russian Academy of Science and regional industrial organizations are the main employers of the UrFU graduated. Reindustrialization and the industrial development are the main goals of the regions, since it aims to keep and advance its competitiveness on the international level. With the missions of UrFU is that of broadening the resource base and providing innovation for such reindustrialization to make it possible. The history of our university, which we tend to regard as a success story, along with the richness of our region's resource, hold great promise that our dream of creating a world-class university in the heart of Eurasia will eventually come true. Since 2012, our researchers constantly increase the number of publications indexed in WOS, but those results come mostly from the field of applied science, which affects the overall impact value of university publications. This slide show the comparison chart created by Crawlerweight Analytics for our university as part of the research for the creation of the roadmap of strategic development. You can see what very distantly research field for UrFU is the material science, which is not surprising for an industrial region. It is also show what is this field is cited less than the average for Russia. What this chart show is that it is not only important for our scientists to increase the number of publications, but also to know on the quality of presentation of achieved scientific results. So, as regards the material science section, the Crawlerweight Analytics specialists, together with the colleagues from UrFU and the Ural branch of Russian Academy of Sciences, have made an extensive analysis and drew up recommendations for research. Based on statistical data on publications of the UrFU and the UBRAS, the experts identified 10 key topics that best describe the material science of UrFU and the UBRAS in terms of practical implementations of research results. All material science publications were manually reclassified by these 10 topics. Further on, 5 topics were selected for detailed study so as to make recommendations for researchers working in this field. Draw on the citing data related to publications in each of the 5 topics. Crawlerweight Analytics specialists have built relevant publications datasets for each topic. This slide presents an example of the recommendations we received for each of the 5 topics. The recommendations were presented by top 10 journals, researchers, organizations, and highly cited scientists in each field. Subsequently, recommendations were brought to the attention of research of the UrFU and UBRAS. As figures show, following these guidelines has worked well in terms of quality improvement of publications impact. But however, this is not progressing at the pace desired. To this end, the data on publications were prepared for upload to InCites for additional bibliometrics analysis. The amounts of the original datasets are presented on this slide. The limitation of 50,000 records in one dataset required breaking up some of the sets into 2 or more separate subsets. With partitioning leads to the fact that some of the sets can be analyzed only by retrieving them from InCites to an external database. The rate of growth in the quality of UrFU publication in material science is generally hampered by the poor quality of publications in the field of metallurgy, which make up to 10% of all UrFU publication data. By means of solution, Additional analysis of the topic of methodology was carried out, including constructions of thematic maps and analysis on the keywords relevance as used in UrFU publications. The analysis of dataset citation in patents and the corrections of subject topics of methodological research to comply with the world industrial research trends. In addition, the average volume of the reference list were compiled for publication on the given 5 topics with the corresponding figures for the UrFU and the URAS publications. In this research field, what is shown is that UrFU publications in the field of material science allows in terms of search results compared to relevance publications. This is one of the major directions for qualitative improvement in our research publication activity. All the recommendations, once presented, are now easily updated in the InCites interface. This year, at the university level, the decision was made to update the datasets to publications by our own means, updating the information up to the present movement with the aim to further clarify recommendations for researchers and evaluate progress against the background of relevant publications. We plan to complete the update process early next year. To this aim, we would like to use more of the InCites extended functionality, what will allow our researchers to obtain recommendations using InCites on their own and make better use for the InCites analytical tools to their needs. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, please ask them by email.